I have something very exciting to announce, which is that I have released my very own chessboard. For the past 1.5 years, I've been creating this chessboard together with Printworks, and in this video, I'm gonna be unboxing my board. I'm gonna show it to you, and after that, I'm gonna show you the 5 fastest checkmates in chess, because what better thing to do with a new chessboard than learn how to checkmate fast, to win really quickly. Well, this is the box of the board, and it says obviously chess here in the middle, and then my signature is here, and it says professional tabletop game premium quality. And the idea of this board and box obviously was that I really wanted this to be very beautiful, so that it would be not just an amazing chessboard, but also a beautiful decorative piece for your home. So my idea is to have this box, in the background as a very nice decoration so that you can see it there. Okay, so you also have my signature here, and then it says Printworks, and then in the back it says chess, and it says Anna Cramling is a chess master and popular chess content creator that strives to make chess fun and accessible for players of all levels. Anna's passion for the game shines through this board, which is designed to inspire and engage chess enthusiasts everywhere. And then there's my signature over there too. So we're gonna unbox the box, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it looks inside. And then here we have the actual chessboard. Voila! So, it also comes with a couple of pouches with chess pieces that say my name, that have my signature. It says Anna Cramling. And yeah, here we have the actual board. So when I was designing this board, I really wanted it to be something that was very beginner friendly, that was a classical chessboard, that was very understandable. We have all of the notations, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that you can very easily know which square is which. This is B3, this is, E4. I know that there's so many boards out there that just don't have this, which means that when you watch a video online or you're trying to set up a position, you just don't really get to actually understand how to set it up on your actual board. So for me, it was very important that it was very beginner friendly, a perfect first chessboard. I also wanted it to not be too big. As you can see, this is the size of the board. So it's definitely, I think, a perfect mix of both being a very nice board to play chess on, but also of the size where I can actually bring this in my suitcase, which makes this a perfect board for me to travel with. I've always looked for a beautiful wooden board that I can travel with, literally go to cafes with, go to a bar with, go to any place with, that is not a huge, gigantic thing like this that will never fit a suitcase. I think that this is a perfect size for a board, perfect size to play chess on, but also just perfect size to actually bring with you. And that is very important, I think. And I wanted to make it very beautiful. I wanted to make it very me. I wanted to add a lot of golden details. So as you can see, there's a lot of golden details on here. There's my signature or my logo with the A and the C, Anna Cramling. All of these letters and numbers are in gold. We have this beautiful little golden frame around the board as well. So I think that the board has turned out beautiful. This is a single piece of wood, so it's very, beautiful quality. And also you can see that my signature is here on the back. And we also have these little plastic things so that if you put it on a table, it's gonna protect the board a bit and it's gonna protect the table. So we have these little plastic feet just to make sure that the board stays protected. But I really think this is a perfect first chessboard for everyone. If you want to give it as a gift, if you want to have it for yourself, it's going to be a both great practical board that you can have forever, bring to any place you want, and also have as a beautiful decorative piece in your home. I hope you love the board just as much as I do and that you play tons of games in it. Now, here we have the pieces as well. So these are the little pouches of pieces. So here, we're gonna get the pieces out. We designed all these pieces, you know, from scratch. So I really wanted the pieces, I really wanted the pieces to look very classical and beautiful and to be in this color. I think this color is great. And I also wanted the pieces to be a little bit weighted. So there's definitely weight on the pieces as well, so they wouldn't feel too, you know, easy and whatever. I wanted there to be some weight. So yeah, here we're gonna put them down. I love the little knight. I think the knight has turned out beautiful. I love how the pieces for black turned out as well. I think the color turned out beautiful. They also have a little bit of padding on the bottom so that they're smoother to play with and drag through the board, etc. Here we have the actual chess set. I think it's turned out so nice. So, time to show you the top 5 checkmates so that when you use your new chessboard, you can checkmate all your friends as fast as possible. The first checkmate that I'm going to show you is the Fool's Mate, and you really feel like a fool if you fall for this checkmate. When I was 7 years old, I remember that in an actual chess tournament, my opponent checkmated me this way, and I cried so many hours after that game and felt so stupid. So, try to win against your friends this way. So it's actually really difficult to get fools checkmated. You literally have to play perfectly or play perfectly bad. You start with playing f3. This is what a person has to do. Let's say if white is gonna get fools checkmated, they start with f3. And now as black, you play the move e5. And now you're opening up the passage for your queen. And if white now plays g4, you have queen h4 checkmate. Boom, that's the Fool's Mate. The king can't go anywhere, it's stuck, and it's checkmate. Now this can arise actually from several different scenarios. Another way this can arise from is from the grob, which is when you play g4 as the first move. So if white goes g4, and now black goes e6, if they get really excited and decide to play f4 to take control of the center, we have the same checkmate as before. It's the grob, but it's with a fool's checkmate pattern. So here, queen h4 would be a checkmate. The second one I'm going to show you is the Scholar's Mate. And this is one of the first checkmates that beginners typically learn in chess. And it's a way to checkmate your opponent in 4 moves. So you start with the move e4, your opponent goes e5, you play bishop c4, your opponent maybe plays knight c6, you go queen h5, threatening checkmate, and now your opponent doesn't catch it and simply develops their knight to attack your queen and doesn't see what's about to come. And here you have the Scholar's Checkmate with queen takes f7, checkmate, game over. This is, I think, the way that many beginners win against their friends in a very short amount of moves, because all of these moves that black are doing are pretty natural, but they're just not seeing that white was threatening this really nasty checkmate. So here we have the Scholar's Checkmate. Okay, let's go back now to some others that are maybe a little bit less known. The next one I'm going to show you is the Caro-Kann Smothered Mate. If you play the Caro-Kann, don't fall for this checkmate. And if you play e4 and your opponent plays the Caro-Kann, then watch out for this. So here we play e4, black replies with c6, the Caro-Kann. We go d4, black replies with d5. We play knight c3 to bring our knight out and defend the pawn. Black decides to take this pawn. We of course take back with our knight. And now black wants to develop, so they bring their knight out. And we do this very sneaky move, queen e2, which looks like a move that's not really doing much. We're just getting our queen out. We're going to develop our other pieces. It's a very small move. But now, when your opponent brings out their other knight, they're ready to finish their development, they want a castle, you say checkmate. Knight d6 becomes a smothered mate. As you can see, the pawn cannot capture the knight because the queen is now just pinning that pawn. The king is behind, the knight is checking the king, and the king cannot go anywhere. It is smothered. Speaking of smothered checkmates, let me show you a smothered checkmate in the Italian opening, one of the most common played openings, especially at beginner level. This one is gonna be one where black can win. So we're gonna turn around the board. White goes e4, we go e5. Now white replies with knight f3, we go knight c6. White goes bishop c4, now we have the Italian here. And we do this little bit of a strange move, knight d4. The idea is that if now white takes this pawn, which looks like an extremely strong move because the pawn is hanging and now white is threatening to take here on f7 with both the bishop and the knight, we're gonna play this move queen g5, which is a brilliant move. We're threatening right now the knight, so the knight has to move. And a very logical move is for the knight to capture this pawn on f7, forking both our rook and our queen. But no problem. Here we move our queen. So here we would go queen takes g2, threatening the rook. The rook only has one square it can go to, which is to f1. And now, after queen takes e4, it's check. The only move white has to not lose their queen is to go bishop e2. And now there's knight f3, checkmate. Smothered checkmate in the Italian opening. I think this is beautiful. The last checkmate I'm going to show you is with the Englund Gambit, where black is able to checkmate white. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I have actually, with the white pieces, gotten checkmated this way, and it wasn't even that long ago. So I definitely think that this is one of the checkmates that are the most realistic at many levels, not just beginner level. Like if you're 17, 1800, you might be surprised by how many games you can win this way. Okay, so white goes d4, black replies e5, white takes, we have here the Englund Gambit, black goes queen e7 to capture back that pawn, and now white wants to defend that pawn, so knight f3, whoop, black goes knight c6, simply attacking the pawn again, and white replies bishop f4, defending the pawn. So now black is going to go for the standard check, queen b4 check, where the king is threatened at the same time as the bishop. So many people will play bishop d2, retreating the bishop and stopping the check. Now we take this pawn on b2. We're threatening to win the rook right now. So white goes bishop c3. Looks like everything is held together. But black still has this move, bishop b4. And the bishop is now pinned. It cannot take the queen because then we take the king. So the move queen d2 looks like it's holding everything together. However, now black can simply win the game by going bishop takes c3. If white captures back with the knight, then, we take the rook and win the game. And if white captures back with the queen, which is a move that looks like holds everything together because the rook is defended, we go queen c1, checkmate. I find this absolutely beautiful. Such a fast checkmate for black in an opening that is played a lot. So these are 5 of the fastest checkmates out there. There's plenty more, but I wanted to show you 5 so that you can at least get started somewhere. Let me know what your favorite one was, and also let me know if you're able to win against anyone with any of these 5 checkmates. I will link the board in the description box down below so that you can get it. Like I mentioned before, there's very limited quantities, so get one whilst you can. And I hope you love the board just as much as I've loved creating it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and let's let's be the biggest checkmaters in the world. Let's checkmate everyone. Okay. Bye.